Hi, welcome to another segment of Mark and Melody in the Kitchen, where I see Chef Anthony over here just going to town with some chili.
Yeah,
Mark,
I've got some homemade chili here, which the recipe's on the website, and we did a video on that one.
We did.
And then you made some homemade cheese over here.
I did.
Vegan
like a
cheese.
cheese sauce.
Yeah, and that looks great, really creamy, velvety.
Perfect. And what are we going to do with this chili and cheese?
This is actually a baked potato bar.
This looks like how I'd eat my baked potato.
Right, and I think this is such a neat concept to do a baked potato bar. It's so easy to just put out all your ingredients and then everybody can create their own.
Create their own.
And you want a potato?
Give me a potato.
You're gonna want one that's not made with oil.
That's correct.
Some of these I did dry, and then some of them I did with
put a little oil on top.
And you can kind of tell the different textures of those. And it all depends what you're looking for, but.
I'd say this looks like my hands when I come out of the bathtub before I put lotion on, and that looks like my hands after I put lotion on them.
Yeah, and these are not exactly uniform potatoes because we get the natural ones, growing them out in the fields and stuff. How do you want me to cut this though?
Cut it however you want to, because I'm going to show you, I want you to see how simple you can make your baked potato. And I know a lot of people out there say, oh no, carbohydrates, you can't have carbohydrates. Well, with my journey of eliminating heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, and obesity, I ate a lot of potatoes. And I am an Irish girl, Mark. What do we like better than potatoes?
Isn't that the luck of the Irish?
It's the luck of the Irish. So I love my potatoes, and I eat a lot of them. Now, this might come as a shock to you, but this would be a meal. I can eat this whole potato.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you're thinking, there's no way. There's too many calories in that. A medium potato is 100 calories, so I probably have maybe 150 to 200 calories. So let's figure 200 calories right here. And that's great. That's a great starter, because this is going to be my entree, my full meal. So I'm not going to kick mine up like you normally do. I'm going to make this potato like I would make it at home for me, which I would probably put my favorite first, which would be nutritional yeast flakes, Mark.
Yes, high in B12, derivative of molasses. It's
yes,
just a really good item.
I can put as much as I want to on there, so I'm going to put a lot.
Wow,
I'm going to put a lot. It is a lot. Also, I like fresh tomatoes on my salad. I'm sorry, on my potato. It's like it's a salad
It
potato.
really is,
That's what
yeah.
made me think of it.
Yeah.
So, and look at the color already. Look how beautiful my potato is, and we eat with our eyes.
So this is like the new potato salad. The ultimate potato salad.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I do love onions, and so I'm going to get me some of the green onions here. And I just tell people to deal with the breath, but you know, there is something that we use for our breath, Mark. Do you remember what it is?
Mint?
Ginger.
Peppermint? Ginger?
Ginger. Ginger works the best
We don't have the ginger here today.
No, we don't. So, but you'll probably be eating what I'm eating. So,
but wouldn't this be a great thing to do at home? You know, the kids are coming home, the family's all busy, and what does it take? It took me like 5 minutes to warm up some chili, 5 minutes to warm up this right here. And you know, you throw the potatoes in the oven, an hour later they're done. And you just put out a couple of ingredients here, and if you got leftover ingredients, you just throw them all together for the salad the next day.
You do.
You're
And
not going to throw anything away here.
all right, and I'm piling it on, and I'm.
Can I get you a bigger plate?
No, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat this.
Can I get you a bigger fork?
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze
Now, see, that's different.
lemon juice, and you know why I do this, Mark, don't you?
It's a salt substitute.
It's a salt substitute for me, but it just adds such wonderful flavor to my food.
But I have never put lemon on a potato. That's one thing I haven't done.
You can do relish. You can do just about anything you want with it. And I'm going to top it with some dill, fresh dill. You can use dried dill. And Mark, I would say, how many calories would you say maybe I have here?
200.
I'm going to say 300 to 400 high.
Yeah.
How much fat do I have?
None that I know of.
None. So my fat to
Well,
calorie ratio.
you could do some avocado and have some natural fat
and
on
I
there
love
if
it.
you want.
Hand me that knife here.
If you want to do some natural
Oh
fat.
yeah, some creamy. You know, a lot of people will put butter on their potatoes. Not me. I don't use butter, I don't use margarines, I don't use oils. And that is one of the ways that I have been able to lose as much weight as I've lost. And to regain my health, Mark, I mean, how many people can regain their health in their 50s? I mean, that's amazing to me. Just a little avocado on there. See, I don't want to forget anything. I want as much food as I can get. This is my meal.
Isn't that something?
And I can eat this. You're probably thinking, Melody, you're a hog.
Amazing.
I eat more food now, over 100 pounds lighter than I ever did when I weighed over 265 pounds.
Eating like this.
Eating
Amazing.
like this. This is what you call density calories. You either have a high density of calories or you have a low density.
Right,
I want
right.
all the food I can get right here. That's my potato.
That's your potato. No cheese, no
You know,
anything.
I've got my nutritional yeast flakes.
All right.
Now, I would put the cheese on it. The cheese I made from rice and potato flakes and tomato powder, because lovely Miss Brenda, my best friend, your wife, does not like the bell peppers in it. So it's not a fattening cheese sauce, but I think that's enough for me right there. And I will be filled by that for hours.
I'm doing a mashed potato.
Yes.
That's what's nice about being in the foil wraps.
Yes, I love the foil wrap. It's beautiful.
This is a
too.
big potato here.
That is a big
It's actually a little too big for me. This would be about 2 meals for me.
Okay.
Really would.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Woo! And it's hot.
That is huge.
That is a big potato.
That's an entree.
Yeah.
I mean, for a family even, and how cheap.
It really is. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be 2 meals for me, actually.
Oh yes, the chili.
But I
Love
like
that.
the chili. Just like that. And of course, Melody's famous cheese sauce.
Look at the color popping off of there right now. Just saying, dig in.
Well, grab that. There you go. Nice save. I hate that wire whip. What's that wire whip doing in here?
Because I use the wire whip.
I have a class on wire whips.
Keep them out of the pans.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
they
those,
will pop
those
out.
top heavy ones are just...
Now, is that all you're going
Yucky.
to put on there, Mark?
Well, for me, you know, I can just do a little coloring like this. I can eat it just like that myself.
Can you? Oh, look at the red. Love it.
But we just want a little popping action with some color and flavor, even some black olives to...
Now, I noticed
to
you
it a
had some
little
jalapenos out here. Would you actually put some jalapenos on that?
I could, actually, because I don't mind jalapenos. You just put a couple in there like that. And my favorite thing here, too, is just to do a dollop of sour cream. And I just like to whip this a little bit just so it softens, because a lot of times it's really hard in there.
And that's the tofutti sour cream.
Just like that. Now, there's mine. That's
Wow.
that's a done deal for me.
Okay, now I'd be squeezing lemon juice all over this, and I'd be putting some avocado, but that's just me. I've gotten to where I eat on an average with my water that I drink and the food that I eat, I probably use 8 to 10 lemons a week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
how many lemons I use,
Yeah.
and I love it. And it's an antioxidant too.
This might be 2 meals for me, but I can always refrigerate it and just,
That's right.
you know, reheat
Or
it the next
if, like
day.
I said, a family of 2 or
hungry.
3 with a salad. And why are you hungry? Because you work out.
Yeah, I had to work out.
You eat
It's
a
time.
breakfast. It's been
It's time.
hours since
Yeah.
we've had food.
Yeah.
And because when we're done here, guess what we're going to be sitting down doing? We're going to be eating our lunch.
This is my second biggest meal of the day. We've already
Mm-hmm.
had our biggest meal of the day. This is going to be our lunch today. And but isn't it nice that people can come in and just do their own creations?
Oh, it
Broccoli
is.
and cheese. That's a big hit. Broccoli and cheese.
Here's some
pepper
Daya.
jack. You got these pepper jack cheeses you can always sprinkle on here. There are so many things you can do, and it's fast and healthy.
You know, Mark, they can actually take potatoes. I know women are working now with a family, and so you've got mom and dad both who are working. And I like to take my potatoes and steam them, or I bake them, and I'll bake more than we can use, and then I reheat them so I can do a potato bar anytime. I don't
Yes.
have to wait an hour, hour and a half for my potato. I've got it.
Yeah, and these are actually going to get refrigerated. We're going to get them cooled down. We're going to chop them up, even with the skin on, do some skin on potato salads and soups
Oh, yeah,
and things like
yeah.
that. I always leave the skins on them.
Yes.
So. But that easy. this is the way it is to cook healthy and hefty.
Yeah,
food.
even though it weighs a lot here, it's not going to weigh a lot on my body.
Right, exactly. And it's going to give you energy all day long. So eat healthier and keep tuning into these videos, and we'll show you how to cook healthier. So Mark and Melody in the kitchen. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.